Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. Fourth Human Rapprochement and Harmony Week is launched with wide participation of intellectuals, researchers, and academics from various world countries. The State Council approves the Takaful insurance draft laws forwarded by the Council of Ministers. And Salalah Free Zone signs an agreement to develop infrastructure and increase foreign investment. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Dr. Yahya Jammeh of Gambia on his country's independence anniversary. Establishing the concept of human cooperation based on respect and calling for the review of intellectual terms and concepts which are contrary to the culture of human harmony were the center of discussion at the 4th Human Rapprochement and Harmony Week. A host of academics, researchers, and intellectuals came to the Sultanate to exchange views with their Omani counterparts on various topics that concern humanity, stemmed from the rural approach of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, based on dialogue as a wise choice and best way to solve problems and settle disputes. They stressed that cultural contact among peoples is the key of understanding and realizing the joint interests among them. The gathering, held under the auspice of Her Excellency Dr. Madiha bint Ahmed al-Shaybaniya, Minister of Education, also discussed the concept of human citizenship and its role in human rapprochement. The participants also praised the positive role being played by the Sultanate in establishing the culture of human harmony and civilizational dialogue and its continuous keenness to support the culture of peace and constructive dialogue. The State Council approved during today's session Takaful Cooperative Insurance Draft Law, forwarded to the Council by the Council of Ministers. The law, which contains 58 articles, will regulate the work of Takaful insurance sector, which complies with Islamic Sharia provisions. An extensive discussion took place at the Council on the draft law, which was formulated and reviewed by experts working in the field of Takaful insurance. According to the discussion by the State Council members, there were no fundamental differences between the draft law and their views. Reviewing experiment of Omani Shura and getting acquainted with the most important legislative and monitoring responsibility topped the discussion session between the Shura Council and the Council of Deputies of Morocco. More details in the following report by Saif bin Khalfan Al-Kinti.
The session of discussion between the Sultanate and Morocco focused on the parliamentary issues, particularly in terms of enhancing collaboration between the two brotherly countries in several areas of the parliamentary work. The Omani delegation was presided over by His Excellency Khalid bin Hilal al-Mawali, Chairman of the Shura Council, while the Morocco delegation was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Rashid al-Talibi al-Alami, Chairman of the Morocco Deputies Council. During the session, His Excellency, Chairman of the Shura Council, briefed the chief guest and his delegation on the historical background of the Shura in the Sultanate and how it was updated by using more technical terms and parliamentary tools after the essential authorities given to the members by His Majesty to deal with the legislative and auditing matters. The two sides also discussed the ways of developing cooperation between the two councils. One of them is training parliamentary staff and exchanging visits between the two general secretariats. Both countries emphasized the importance of increasing the performance of the Joint Parliamentary Friendship Committee that can play a wide role to boost and strengthen the deep relation between the two brotherly countries. Beside the visit, His Excellency the Chief Guest and his delegations toured the Majlis of Oman and were given a brief on the facilities and techniques available in the multi-purpose halls, as well as the ways of voting for draft of laws and ways of organizing debate. While several issues have been discussed during the session between the Sultanate and Morocco, one of them is regarding the legislative and the auditing sector, and that's to enhance the collaboration between the two countries. سيف الكندي for English News مسقط.
Salalah Free Zone and Oman Larsen and Toubro signed an agreement to develop infrastructure and necessary facilities at a cost of 15 million Omani riyals. During the signing of the agreement, a virtual show to present the vital role of Salalah Free Zone in supporting national economy, attracting foreign investment and producing the importance of strategic sites of Salalah port in international navigation lines were presented. The project will start in April 2015 and the implementation will take 30 months. This project will enhance the investment facilities in the area by providing 212 hectares of investment locations. Still to come, Air News Bulletin. 80 companies from 10 countries participate in Oman's second interior design, decor, and furniture expo. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. A Taliban suicide bomber today killed 6 people and himself in a brazen attack on police headquarters in Pakistan's eastern city of Lahore, in what militants called a revenge bid for the recent hangings of colleagues. It was the third in a series of high-profile attacks in the last month, triggered by a government decision in December to begin hanging those convicted of terror attacks, reversing an informal 6-year moratorium on the death penalty. Pro-Russian rebels bombarded government troops encircled in East Ukraine today, and a plan for both sides to pull back their heavy guns stalled, pushing a fragile peace deal closer to collapse. A Reuters witness near the front line said artillery rounds rocked the town of Debaltseve every 5 seconds, and black smoke rose skywards, despite a truce that has eased fighting in many areas since a European brokered deal took effect on Sunday. The rebels said they had captured parts of Debaltseve, which sits on a strategic railway junction, and that some Ukrainian soldiers had surrendered, but Kyiv denied this. His Excellency Dr. Darwish bin Saif al-Mahrabi, Undersecretary of the Ministry of Health for Administrative and Financial Affairs, met with His Excellency Dr. Alauddin Alwan, Regional Director of World Health Organization for the Eastern Mediterranean. During the meeting, they discussed aspects of healthcare programs and enhancing cooperation, as well as benefiting from the technical expertise between Sultanate and the World Health Organization. The guests got acquainted with equipment and new potentials of health centers, besides advanced treatments and diagnosis devices. Salim bin Nasser al-Hadrami, Director General of Plan and Development in the Ministry of Manpower, said that the ministry seeks to take a group of procedures to amend labor market approach and to keep expatriates percentage in the accepted limit. Public Authority for Manpower Register announced a group of jobs in the public sector in both civil and military sections, as well as a private sector. The authority added that application for jobs will be through a unified digit in all government and private entities, indicating that the government has employed 105,000 job seekers during the last 4 years, in addition to employing 23,000 others in the private sector during the same period. It pointed out that information technology specialization was the most demanded one in labor market, and there is a committee which is preparing a national guide to classify and specify jobs and careers to be linked with the educational majors to suit the labor market. In order to enhance book role and the importance of culture in societies, Al-Zubair Institution inaugurated at Beit al-Zubair Theatre in Muscat the Read Social Initiative, which is aimed to support Omani authors and literates. The initiative seeks to establish book stands in public areas to make readers benefit from them and to enhance reading and reviewing values, in addition to develop the culture of society. The initiative will be applied in Royal Hospital by establishing 3 libraries in different places to introduce a number of Omani releases in a number of literature, history, religions, and economic fields, in addition to Omani nature photographs. Promising prospects to communicate with institutions and individuals which concerned in the field of designs and furniture provided by Oman's second Interior Design, Decor and Furniture Expo during the period from the 17th to the 19th of February. The exhibition, which was held at Oman International Exhibition Center, was presided over by Her Excellency Sheikha Aisha bin Khalfan Al-Thiabiya, Chairperson of the Public Authority for Crafts Industries. 80 companies and 55 global companies from 10 countries participated in the exhibition besides the local companies. The first stage of the 6th edition of the Tour of Oman 2015 launched today at 11:30 a.m. Bikers will cross 161 kilometers starting from the Wilayat of Barka in the Governorate of South Batna to Al-Fath roundabout in Al-Watiyya in the Governorate of Muscat. During the tour that will last until February 22, 2015, bikers will cross 898 kilometers on 6 stages. The race has an importance to promote for the Sultanate touristic potentials enjoyed by the governorates. Oman Air won the title of the best airline company to fly to Chittagong Airport in Bangladesh during a celebration to mark Migrants' World Day announced by the UN General Assembly. Oman Air is considered the first company to obtain such honoring, which confirmed its high-level achievements related to air and service operations while dealing with travelers and passenger movements. It is worth mentioning that Oman Air has announced earlier its intention to launch its second destination to Bangladesh through direct flights between Muscat and Decor during this year. The value of traded contracts in real estate activity during January reached more than 334 million Omani riyals. Activities of real estate reached more than 30,000 transactions, including selling, inheritance exchange, and mortgage, while the total value of selling contract reached more than 96 million riyals, in addition to issuing more than 19,000 title deeds. The total number of title deeds issued for Gulf Cooperation Council citizens reached 260. Dubai Mercantile Exchange DME said that Oman Oil Price April delivery has reached $59.11 US. The DME statement today said that the price of Oman oil rose 58 cents from the price of yesterday, which was $58.53 US. It is worth noting that the average price of Oman oil March delivery 2015 has stabilized at $46 US and 73 cents, thus $14.28 per barrel lower than February delivery 2015. With the aim of granting employees the best means to provide highest level of services for the citizens, Nizwa College of Technology held a training workshop for employees of public and private sectors in the art of dealing with citizens in governmental and private institutions. The workshop will focus on the importance of developing communication between the employee and the citizen and managing dialogues between them. Now for the general weather forecast. Clear skies will prevail over the Sultanate with clouds over the northern governorates of the Sultanate and chances of clouds and fog in the governorates of South Sharqiya, Wusta and parts of the Far. Winds will be north to northwesterly light to moderate along the coast of the Sea of Oman, while it will be westerly to southeasterly light to moderate along the rest of the Sultanate. Seas will be slight to moderate along the western coast of the governorate of Musandam with a maximum wave height of 1.75 meters, and along the rest of the coast it will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. Fourth Human Rapprochement and Harmony Week is launched with wide participation of intellectuals, researchers and academics from various world countries. The State Council approves Takaful insurance draft laws forwarded by the Council of Ministers. And Salalah Free Zone signs an agreement to develop infrastructure and increase foreign investment. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.